this is a good investment of your resources. So that's what we do with them. In CDA, we also do not download money to CDA. We pay for specific items. For example, when we do trainings, we pay for accommodation, they pay for transportation, some of the meals that the participants would need. So that's the arrangement. With Code NGO, we downloaded some funds to the organization, and they manage the funds. Of course, from a typical donor point of view, we would expect Code NGO to submit financial and narrative reports about progress. But at the same time, we just don't consider ourselves as funders to Code NGO, because we also provide substantial input in terms of our technical expertise in learning and all these things.
Thank you. I think another important feature of this conversation about contribution of resources is that resources go much beyond money. And this is a lovely example of the partners themselves really identifying a broad range of resources and bringing those to the table to make this thing work. That it's much more about that than it is actually in this second phase about a pure financial transfer. And actually that can be where more creative partnerships come than those that are very tied to some expectation around of a funder or a donor. Something also that PBA is actually working on, some research and exploration to draw donors or funders more into this conversation of what, from their end, does it take to support more creative and innovative partnerships, because more often they're not really fostering that so much, aren't they? In fact, providing more restrictions. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to call our question time to an end there, but obviously we've barely scratched the surface, and these guys are going to get mobbed at morning tea, so get ready, keep those extra questions. What I'm going to ask is just for a final quick comment for the audience, if they were thinking about partnering with the government, or we're kind of thinking of cooperatives as a big private sector, not classic CSO, or with NGOs, what tips would you offer them? One tip for people just embarking on partnering with your sector. Thanks, Bums.
For the government of Cebu, we have the council, which is being represented by 4 CSOs according to the law. But in our case, we allowed 7 CSOs, like the Code NGO, to sit down with us. Key is participatory process, so that they have their own voice.
Well, in case of the CDA, it's always the concern of the agency for the cooperatives. And in the partnership with HLA or whoever will be the partner, we always look for a common purpose or unity in purpose. Is this, we still bring good to the, or benefit to the cooperatives, and then we're for it, because that's the mandate of the agency. Then we work based on that common purpose and for the benefit of the cooperative, for their best interest.
I guess I would say for civil society organizations in the Philippines, one good tip is to have some allowances for certain changes, because civil society in the Philippines is just currently evolving. We're still growing exponentially, I believe, but there's a need for patience and understanding of context, and even, if possible, simplifying things, because that's the biggest roadblock of civil society organizations in accessing funds, in creating partnerships. So I do hope if there are any partners here, you can also speak with us later, Code NGO, on how you can partner with us and how we can use this partnership to reach more civil society organizations in the Philippines, which is very much needed. Partnership with CSOs is very much needed in our country.
Yeah, I think from our experience, do not start partnership talking about money. I think it's very important to start with what is it that they want to do together. This is finding the common vision or goal that you wanted to pursue, and then find the resources to do it afterwards. I think for us, that's a very effective approach to doing it. In fact, we have a very systematic way of approaching partnerships, and it really starts with looking at what we wanted to do, what the potential partner wanted to do, and then we agree on something, and then we continue with the negotiations. I think.
Do you have that clicker thing? It's with you, Dawn? If you would like to find out some more information, particularly about HLA and their approach to partnerships, here's a couple of links for you. So literally their website /partnerships or /get business ready, and that's specifically about this business continuity project. Also, if you're interested in some more, oh, sorry, that was too quick, was it? I heard that, oh, got it? No worries. All good? Okay. Some more information on some of those things I mentioned, I'll get out of the way. Oh no, it's very high, you probably can see. About the Partnership Brokers Association, some of these websites about those projects, remotepartnering.org, and also I can talk to you about some of the training opportunities that PBA offers. If you're finding that in fact this is your work on a day-to-day basis, brokering partnerships, I'd be more than happy to talk to you. Or I'll see you at one of the training sessions after morning tea and after lunch. So hopefully this has fulfilled our hopes and expectations of offering you a deep dive into what it really takes to bring a partnership to life, offered you the chance to link those to your own practice, consider some ways that you might go about strengthening your own partnerships or exploring new partnership opportunities. But first and foremost, I think we should thank the panel for their preparation, their openness and their sharing of their experiences with you today. They've put a lot into thinking about what might be most valuable to you. And I know I've put them on the spot a little too, so great job and thank you very much everyone.